Marty, I'm coming. I'm coming, buddy. Good morning. Hi, come on up. Come on up and get some food. Marty and Stripe are out here somewhere. Oh goodness, I just saw my breath. It's a little cool. Here you go, bud. Over here. There you go. Good morning. Good morning. He continues to go in his new warm bed in the cat hotel. This morning he was just up on the platform. I love that sun shining down. Here you go, Marty. Yeah, it's in the 40s this morning. Looks like it's going to be another gorgeous fall day. Stripe's wandering somewhere. I've called for him. He went out a little after daylight, so he's just making his rounds. I am in the van and I am headed to Lowe's. It's going on 11 a.m. I've been sitting at the computer trying to figure out what dirt to buy for the planters with Grok's help. And the thing of it is that Japanese maples apparently really like to pretty much be planted in pine bark mulch fines, you know, really finely shredded pine bark mulch, maybe with a few nuggets thrown in, and a little bit of peat and a little bit of perlite. So the good news about that is pine bark mulch is cheap and pine bark mulch is light. So anyway, I'm going to pick up what we need to fill those two planters. And it's a gorgeous day. It's a little cold in the van. These old ice cars, they take forever to get warm and the leather seats are really cold. But after it sits out in the sun for a few minutes at Lowe's, I'm sure it'll be warm by then. Well, it was kind of a shock to me, but Blake Massengale actually lost the mayoral race. A little over 4,000 people voted for Bill Harris, and a little over 3,000 people voted for Blake Massengale. Blake Massengale being the incumbent mayor. I told you people were fed up with too much growth, not enough infrastructure improvement, etc., etc. Again, we didn't get the vote, and I have no idea whether or not this change is going to be good for us or not. All right, I've got my Pokemon minimum handled for today on all 4 accounts, because I am still playing mine, Ruby's, Dawn's, and Johnny's accounts. There's a new tarantula Pokemon out. Michelle's quite excited. We're trying to get enough candies to evolve it to its bigger upper form. Anyway, it takes just a few minutes a day to do the minimum, and I enjoy it. And still plugging away over here. So I went by South Park, and now I'm headed up to Lowe's up 55, sort of the, not down Main Street and not down the back way, but sort of in the middle on the, you know, Take Judd Parkway here. The van says it's 54 degrees. The van never had a name. That was before, I don't know, the van it's always just been the van. I still have my Photo Mom license plate back there, so I guess if we were going to call it anything, we would call it Photo Mom. It really did fry my brain trying to figure out what to put in these planters that wouldn't break the bank. I guess we figured it out. About $40 a planter in stuff. However, I have a big bale, a 2 cubic foot bale of peat moss at the house. Yeah, I already have the peat moss, so I won't have to buy that. That's about $10 off of that. So we'll see. I have at least, I would say I have 3 maples in the yard that would really do well if I took them out of the pot that they're in and put lighter weight soil in the pot. They're probably staying too wet. But I don't know, some of these ones that I've recently planted in a lot lighter material, you know, if we get a dry spell in the summer, I'll have to really keep up with watering them. So there's a trade-off between too wet and won't retain moisture long enough to be good. Really is a trade-off here, because we can get really, really hot and dry, and things can dry out if you blink. So, I don't know. Well, I am all loaded up and headed back to the house. 8 bags of pine bark mulch. 4 small bags of perlite. It would be a little cheaper to buy a bigger bag, but they don't, Home Depot and Lowe's in Fuquay, Holly Springs, don't carry the bigger bags. I'd have to order it, which I might do to have some on hand. 2 bags of topsoil. 1 cement hexagon block, because I realized I really could use 2 instead of the 1 I got the other day. And I did buy 2 19-inch planters. As Don's worried about the dirt pushing out the side of the cedar. Rightly so, I'm sure. So if we plant the tree in the really huge pot with the bottom cut off the pot, basically, you know, the pot's never going to be used for anything but this tree. That'll also allow me to plant some flowers around the outer edges and not disturb the tree roots when I do that. So there's a couple of reasons to do it. So I think I'm good to go, other than needing Don to come cut the bottoms off of those pots. That's a Don thing. I can get out the wheelbarrow and mix up the dirt. Like I said, I got peat moss at home. And, you know, get the tree. I have 2 of the cedar things. I think the other one is going up in front of the, bird bath. The house side of the bird bath. And I think I'm going to put the pretty weeping tree there, and then the taller tree that I have, fascination, the tall red columnar tree, is going to go in the one down by the creek, I think. And then that leaves Aunt Irene in the other pot that I bought. So I don't know if we're going to the gym today or not. We're driving to Charlotte tomorrow to take Johnny to the dentist. Michelle and I have moved shopping day to Friday, and I don't know, I've got a lot of stuff to do. You know, spring and fall can tend to feel overwhelming for me. I guess some people feel overwhelmed at Christmas, but for me it's really more spring and fall. Could this car please, like, oh, I gotta get over too. I just made a right at the stoplight back there, and we'll take the slightly longer way home. No big deal. Would be less of a big deal though if I had the navigation up on the screen and the car could start making turns for me. I've been down here before. I know where the sun is in the sky and which direction the house is in, and roughly remember the turns I need to make to get home. So no big deal. Let's see a little bit more of the fun countryside here. All I was trying to say is I got a lot to do today. I got fountains to get the water out of and clean up and stow. I've got yard art to carry over by the crawl space under the house. I want to get these trees in the ground, although that's not an emergency for today. I got lots of stuff to do. So, yeah, if we don't go to the gym today, I'm good with that. I'm almost thinking like maybe we should just start back Monday. Because with the drive in the car tomorrow, and then Friday shopping, neither one of those days is going to be good days for the gym. I left half the load out along the side of the driveway so I don't have to lug it from here down there. I put the parking brake on because it's a pretty steep hill there, and then I took off with the parking brake on. I might have been playing Guns N' Roses a little too loud and missed it trying to tell me that for a second. I'm sure it's all fine though. Just a little squeak where I stopped on the other hill to let the parking brake off. Hopefully Don didn't hear it and get concerned. I think he's on a conference call, another conference call. I'm walking over here with the pot to test inside of here to see how that's going to work. Okay, so it really couldn't be any more perfect if Don will just take the bottom of it off for me. And then that'll be where the tree lives. And if the wood ever goes away, the tree won't, you know, can be fixed. Another planter can be built around it. And then on these outer sides, I can have flowers or something else growing separate. So I think I'm really happy. It's 3:45, and of course, because of the time change, the sun is really starting to set. It sets fast this time of year anyway. Leaves, cobwebs, and you know, with the time change, it's even worse, losing light when you want to be outside doing stuff. I just got done blowing everything. There's one small spot in the front yard where the battery ran out, and I just refilled all of the water bowls, and I have gathered, taken a first serious pass at gathering all of the yard art that's got to go underneath the house. I leave the gazing globe where it is until I don't want it. We'll probably do this Friday or Saturday. Won't be tomorrow. The stuff needs to dry. As long as we get it under the house before the end of the weekend, we shouldn't hit any freezing temperatures. I wouldn't want this stuff to freeze to the glass tabletop over here. And it's 3:45. I'm headed down the hill to get the one planter. Don and I have agreed on it and stuff. That sounded harder than it is. It was really pretty easy. But I'm going to go try to get that in before the light is really away from me. And you can see this tree starting to change. It'll be so pretty out my kitchen window. And this tree is very much in full swing. It's lost most of the summer chartreuse color and is a yellow with some orangey reds in it now. It's very pretty. All right, let me get something to drink and then head down the hill. So that's one bag of pine bark mulch. I think it's 8 dry quarts of perlite, and I don't know, 1/4 of a bag of peat moss, a big 3 cubic foot Lambert's. Been sitting under the house for a while. You can see it has a nice consistency, chunky consistency to it, which is apparently acidic, what these trees like. Obviously I don't need as much because I'm only filling this pot now, but I will put some in the planter. And then on the outside of the pot will be some Miracle Grow for azaleas. Impatiens. I'm tired. I'm really tired. I've been working hard. It seems like I say that every day, but it's the truth.
There's my girl. Show him some of that action, that work action.
Yeah, I might have just a little too much meat this time, but that's okay. We're going to put the pine bark mulch in here in just a second.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I was telling Donna I was this many days old when I learned that perlite and vermiculite were volcanic products.
Right, and we're listening to that book about volcano activity.
We are.
And
Yellowstone, Bobby Acart's Yellowstone series.
Yeah, so
there's the tree. I didn't mean to block it. You can see how that's looking.
Yeah, and we did it this way so that the wood's going to disappear in a few years, and that's the forever home for that tree.
Yeah. And it's plenty dry, and it's the right stuff, so it ought to not get too waterlogged in there.
Yeah, and that plastic bucket gives some hope. There's no bottom.
Right, there's no bottom. Don cut the bottom out of it.
And it gives some hope that the tree will grow down into the ground, and then when the wood rots away, another planter could be used to surround that pot.
Yeah, then JB can come and fix it for me and build one around it.
Yeah, because I'm going to be way incapacitated by then. JB will still be kicking, but I'll be done by then.
I'm happy with how it turned out. The poles and this one planter here are deer deterrents. But I'm happy with how it's turned out. I am. Don came down at, made sure we agreed that it was positioned in the planter correctly. And it needs, you know, 4 more quarts of dirt in that far right corner. Isn't that the way it always is? But when I open the next Miracle Grow bag, I'll handle it. And plus, it's going to settle a bit anyway. I hear you have good news for me.
I do. I am complete. I'm the total package.
Apparently, the van can now be inspected.
That's correct. I checked it. Marianne was kind enough to drive it to Lowe's and back again.
Well, it was the right vehicle for the job. I mean, I had 8 bags of pine bark mulch, 2 bags of topsoil, 4 small bags of perlite,
and a couple
cement, 1 cement brick, and 2 large 19-inch plant pots. So it was
full.
And there's a little dirt spilled in the back. I told the guy, don't worry about it. It's dry. I'll just blow it out with the Ego blower. Easy peasy.
Yeah. Anyway, so she did good. So I guess we'll get it inspected here in the next couple or 3 days or something like that. Get it behind us.
Yeah.
But won't be tomorrow.
Not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow. Probably won't be Friday, but maybe this weekend or something.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Cool. Don went down there one more time for me. Put out lavender.
Yeah.
He put a couple of bricks on top of the dirt because the squirrels will dig anything this time of year. It'll be fine once it gets rained in and it sort of packs down just a little.
Yeah.
But man, right now that stuff, the squirrels will, woo, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I put some lavender on the actual bricks themselves.
Okay.
So, you know, that should discourage them from messing with the dirt too much.
Well, the Yolink motion sensor.
Yeah.
And the OWL motion sensors and the Ring cameras. We've actually been catching the deer a lot. And when I blew the driveway this afternoon, just so you know, that's in case I have to send you out at midnight to chase the deer. I wanted to make sure you were safe on the driveway and all that.
Thank you so much.
All that junk wasn't down and you and your unicycle would be.
It was nice and clear.
Yeah, well, it's my job to keep it clear so you can safely go get the mail and chase deer.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, sweetheart.